Polmanter Touring Park is a campsite just outside St Ives in Cornwall. St Ives is a long journey for many, so Polmanter caters for this by having an area to park in when you arrive and allowing you to check in from 9 a.m. We arrived just after 9 and check-in was very quick, very efficient and very friendly. Within just a few minutes, the girls were playing in the playground, and a bit later on, we went to explore the Softplay. After a couple of hours, our pitch was ready, and having had some playtime, the girls were much more willing to play quietly near the pitch while I put the tent up. The site itself is nicely laid out and quite small, so nothing's very far away. There are beautiful views down to the sea, but it is above sea level, so it was a little bit windy and definitely cooler than down in St Ives, which could be a good or a bad thing depending on the weather, of course. The pitches were well maintained and in good condition even at the end of the summer. However, our pitch had gravel from the all-weather pitches on it, which I obviously didn't want to leave in case it punctured the ground sheet, so I did spend time picking up as much as I could. Polmanter allows dogs and our pitch was very smelly. I found several dried dog poos around the site, and even once I'd cleared them away, the smell didn't clear completely. However, the pitches are really nicely laid out and most have hedges on one or two sides, which is great for shelter.
What are you doing?
We also saw them mowing and maintaining the pitches very frequently. I don't usually video inside the facility blocks, partly because you look like a bit of a weirdo videoing in a bathroom, but also because they're much of a muchness mostly. You know, they are all okay. But Polmanters are a cut above. Not only were they in excellent condition, but they were kept extremely clean. They have some great family bathrooms, and even the washing up and the chemical toilet disposal were inside. So you're always out of the weather. The shop was the usual mixture of things you might need for camping, everyday essentials, and expensive treats. Prices varied. Some things I thought were quite reasonable, others just way too high for me to consider. The stable bar and restaurant is a lovely environment and close to the soft play and pool. The bar and restaurant food was reasonable quality and I felt a reasonable price for St Ives. If you're used to campsite and holiday park prices in other parts of the UK, the prices will probably seem rather steep, but that applies to almost everything in St Ives. The soft play is an excellent design and kids loved it. Parents are supposed to remain and supervise, but many didn't, and I think that is in part because there weren't many tables and chairs, and also because they're not allowed to bring their food and drink from the stable bar next door into the tables near the soft play. There was also one member of staff who came in and told children off for not wearing socks. And that, of course, is fine. But the way he did it wasn't. He was extremely high-handed and rude, leaving children very upset and the parents rather shocked. The same member of staff also told somebody off for having a floaty that was too big in the swimming pool. Again, they were overly officious and really quite rude about it. Apart from that, the swimming pool is a lovely environment, but it's just way too cold. On a hot day, it was bearable for a short time, but on a cold day, we put our wetsuits on just to be able to get in and play. There are two main playground areas, one aimed at younger children and the other at older. My 4 and 6-year-olds enjoyed both areas. The older daughter enjoyed mostly the older one, but my just 4-year-old also really enjoyed the younger area too. There's also a small, very basic mini golf which kept the kids amused for a short time, but they didn't want to do it again. Ball games aren't allowed in the campsite, although there is an area for them. I do understand why, but for younger children, it was a real loss not being able to kick or throw a ball just outside the tent. We took bikes and scooters and they did enjoy playing with those in the area near our pitch. Polmanter is situated a few miles outside of St Ives and you can walk down, However, it's a steep walk back up again, and if you're carrying beach stuff, you'll probably want to take the bus. Don't even think about driving into town. We tried. It's a nightmare drive and parking is impossible even if you get there early, which leaves the bus. Buses go from the campsite once an hour and we're very reliable with friendly drivers. At busy times, they even put on more buses to bring everyone home. The downside is that you have to pay for the bus to get into town, but it was very convenient. You also, of course, need to carry everything you want for the beach, which with 2 young children was quite challenging. You can drive to some of the beaches outside of St Ives. We went to Carbis Bay Beach and were able to park nearby. The Carbis Bay Hotel had parking right on the beach, but it was a premium price. So we parked a 10-minute walk away up the hill, which does mean you have to walk down the hill and back up at the end of the day, but it was a good option for us. Another benefit to Carbis Bay was that there is a Tesco, so it was really convenient for us to go to the beach and then pop into Tesco on the way home to stock up. There is also a park and train option that goes to both Carbis Bay and St Ives, and some of the campers use that. I did price all the options up, and whether you go on the bus, park or the train, it worked out about the same. So would we go back to Polmanter? Not at the moment. The swimming pool was just too cold, not just a bit cold, really cold. And that meant that we didn't spend as much time in and around a pool as we would like to. The other issue is the distance and transport to and from the beaches. Actually, though, the buses into St Ives may be a benefit to you if you have older children who can go on their own and you don't have to ferry them about all the time. I would like to finish this on a high note, though, because we had a great holiday. And those issues may not be a problem for you. It is certainly the best maintained and has the best facilities of any campsite we have ever been to. And St Ives is an amazing location. There is so much to do. St Ives itself is absolutely buzzing with life and lots of day trips from there. Our personal favourites were going out on a boat to see the seals, the Tate St Ives and Tremenhere Sculpture Gardens. I'll pop some links to the shorts we create on those in the description. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more glamping videos.